Hello, folks. Hope you're all doing good. So, as of now, we have discussed about interfaces and types. Now, in this video, we will discuss about generics, which is a lot more powerful. Now, before proceeding ahead, I would like to ask you one question, and that is which of the below is a valid syntax for generics? So, you will answer in the comment section below. I will give you the right answer at the end of the video. So, let's get started. So interfaces and types allow us to maintain type safety when we already know the types. But what happens when we have a function but we don't really know what is the input type? So in that case, generics comes into the picture. So let me just create one simple function. So I will create one function. I will name the function as return element because this function only prints and returns one element. And now let's say it will have some input. Let's name it element. Right now we have lots of errors because we haven't mentioned types. So let's say I will console log the element and I will also return the 11. That's all. Now, how can I call a function? It's very simple, right? I can do return 11 and here I can pass one 5. Now, this function will run because JavaScript doesn't care about types. So if I run this thing, we have 5. But in TypeScript, we have this error and that is this lm has one any type. So what if I give this thing the type of number? So now the error is gone, but the issue is if I do something like this, pass the 5 as a string, here I have one issue, and that is argument of type string is not assignable to parameter of type number. Now the JavaScript code will still run, but in TypeScript we have some issues and we want to fix that. So how can I really fix that situation? That is when we can use something called generics. And also one more thing, this function is returning one lm and this returning lm also doesn't have any type. So I can give one string here and now the issue is this thing that we are passing one integer and then one string, and in the end we are returning one lm that could be anything. So the type number is not assignable to the type string, so it is giving lots of strange errors. Now using generics, all of this can be sorted. So first of all, we will give that this lm is expecting one type t. And what is this t? So this t is basically whatever is being passed to our return element, and that we can specify by writing something like this. So this return lm will get this t, it will analyze whatever is this t, and this lm will be of the type t, and the return type will also be of the type t. Now as we can see, all of our errors are gone. It will run as usual because ultimately the JavaScript is running, which doesn't care about anything. And but in the TypeScript, the errors are gone because of this generics. So what this Angular brackets does is it is verifying whatever is the type that is being passed. Then we are assigning the same type to the lm, and the function also returns the same type. So here I can do one true here. So this becomes a boolean, and there will be no issues. So we will have the correct results. Now I will write one little bit complex function, and which is also one very common problem in generics. So I will write one function called swap, which will swap basically two elements of which could be of two different types. So first of all, I will take two elements here. That will be t1 and t2. And yes, in generics, you can take two elements like this. And then I will specify this element 1 will be of the type t1, and the element 2 will be of the type t2, and the return type will be the opposite. So that will be t2 comma t1. So we will get t1 comma t2, but we will send t2 comma t1, and I will simply return lm2 comma lm1. So that is how we will deal with this. Now calling the function is very simple. So we will basically pass, let's say 2 comma 3, and we will get it inside res num, let's say, and let me simply log res num, and there is one error over here and it should be inside square brackets. Now, if I run this program, what do we see? We see 3 comma 2. Now we can also do one raise string, let's say, and this will be swap of let me give 3 and then 6, and it should be the opposite. Yeah, we should also console log, and let's see what do we get. So we get 6 comma 3, and the good part is that we can basically do one res mixed also. So we will do swap of, let's say, true comma, let's say 5, and now we can do the console log of res mix, and we will also get the same thing, that is 5 comma true, without getting any errors, and also without specifically mentioning what are the types we want over here, because in case we wanted types, we had to write something like this. So the return type will be like in place of t1 or t2, we had to write number or string or boolean, something like this, which would be very complicated. So this generics does the job very simply. So coming back to the quiz that I asked at the beginning of the video, which of the below is a valid syntax for generics? And if you have watched till the end, you already know that the right answer is option D. So if you are still around, consider liking the video. It gives me a lot of motivation to create a lot more videos like this. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.